Good morning. David Atkins, target individual. Okay, so I've been getting hit hard the last couple of days, so I'm going to do a video today on honeypots again because somebody asked me to revisit that and had a question for me. But first, I'm going to come from 1 Thessalonians 5:16, which is very easy. Pray without ceasing. So anyway, and I'm going to start this video off. I'm glad that I did the last video I did, because somebody messaged me and told me, man, I was fixing to go out and do that. I'm glad I didn't. I'm never going to do nothing like that again. And they said they felt so much pressure because people were saying he was crazy, and that that he knew that he wasn't crazy. So he said, man, I'm glad you shed a light on that. That really helped me out, and I'm glad that I could be a help of somebody, because this targeting stuff is really rough. The whole goal is to get us to react in a bad way and make us look even worse, or make us act out in a mental health way and commit suicide. They want to prove that the whole smear campaign they put on us is true, and they'll create scenarios to push you into that, whatever they spread about you. So anyway, honeypots. Honeypots usually come when you're at your lowest, but they can come at you when you're highest, um, depending on what task they're assigned to do to you. And the question was, in the video they wanted me to do about on honeypots, is can a honeypot become a honeypot in the middle of a relationship? And my answer is, no, I don't think that's possible, because a honeypot's job is to get with you to ruin your life at starting out. They're a honeypot when they get with you. That was their job, is to deceive you and get with you and get close to you and manipulate you and be part of your target and report back your fears, your insecurities, what sets you off. And then they'll run skits and they'll do gang stalking and all that while the honeypot's there. And it's a man or a woman. It can be either one. And then the way you react to certain stuff gets reported back to them, and they know what they can do to make you trigger. And then, they'll do situations like, my honeypot used to manufacture chaos and then leave, tell me she was leaving, she's never coming back, not answer the phone for 3 hours, haven't heard from her, she won't answer the phone, and it would drive me crazy, because and then she would show up all lovey-dovey. Then she'd manufacture more chaos and do that. So, and then what you got to understand, here's another example of a honeypot. Tupac's mom. The dude you got with Tupac's mom was in the COINTEL program. She was an activist for the Black Panthers. A very high up, had power, upcoming, motivational, very, very smart, intelligent woman. Well, they got the man to get her on crack. He seduced her. That was the federal agent COINTELPRO that was set up. It's been going on for a long time. It's just different names now. Yeah, and see, they knew she had power. She was coming up. She had a lot of power. She was the activist for the Black Panthers. A lot of people don't know that, but a lot of people do know that. What I'm saying is that was the whole purpose of having that dude introduce crack to her. That was all set up to bring her down, to have her focus on something besides activism, to make her lose her power in activism. Okay, and let's see, because I've been getting hit so hard lately. The last 2 days, I haven't had a chance to research. So somebody had asked me to do another video on honeypots, so that's why I'm doing it. Also, they'll use a weapon on you. They might use a weapon. They might use voice to skull, and you're not knowing you got a honeypot on your hands, and they're reporting back to how you're reacting to all this. So they know what works. They know what terrorizes. They know what your worst fears is. They know what your worst nightmares is. They know what sets you off. They know everything about you, because the woman or man that got with you told them everything about you. And so now they have your whole thing mapped out, and then they can start doing skits while that person's around, or start introducing V2K, or start introducing microwave weapons. And then how you react, of course, you're going to tell it to your partner. And then that person's just going to, also, that person will, a honeypot's a lot of time, if you do have a honeypot will come in your life when you're a new target and you haven't been isolated fully, and further isolate you. He or she will keep you from your family, keep you from your friends, make you choose all these people over them, and, just isolate you. So honeypots will isolate you. They will gaslight you. They will make you think you're going crazy. They'll start believing stuff at first, and then they'll go back and they'll be like, "Man, you sure you don't want me to go with you to mental health to get some help? Because it seems like, you know, it seems like that you're having little problems. You're off in the head, but I'm here to support you, and we'll go to mental health. When really all this stuff is really going on, and you're not crazy." Okay. And then they'll break up with you and get back with you. Break up with you, get back with you. They'll try to drive you to suicide. Um, Honeypots will. Uh, some of them will come at you at your lowest when you ain't got nobody. They'll act like they relate to you, and they'll act like. Let me see what is hard to. They'll act like they can relate with you, and they'll act like they understand you and be your friend, and that way they can further drive you crazy to commit suicide, or you know drive you nuts to go to a mental hospital for life. You know, because once you because when you fall in love with somebody, especially a honeypot, they may not love you, but you love them deeply. So it affects you very, very bad. And then there's the signs I would say to look out for a honeypot is, I'm coming home every day. The trailer door starts being wide open when we come home from work. We've both been at work, and she's not worried about it. Or another instance, the computer is missing when we get home. She tells me, well, it's probably hidden. I looked all under the house. We didn't even have a big house. Matter of fact, it was a trailer. 2 weeks later, the computer's sitting on the desk right where it was. We get home with the door wide open. And she's like, oh, are you sure that you didn't put that there? Come home today on break and put that there? I'm like, I never come home on break. You're the one that gives me the ride to work. So they will try to make you think that, or they'll move stuff around. They'll hide stuff from you, and a few days later they'll put it back, and they'll make you think that you're misplacing stuff and going and make you think you're losing it. Um, they'll also, when you're not looking, they will take over your phone, or put something in your phone where they can keep track of you and see what you do, or they'll have your phone stingrayed. They'll send messages they'll just do all kinds of stuff. Their goal is to drive you crazy, drive you to suicide, make you go to the mental hospital, or make you lose your job. They'll stress you out so bad you cannot work, because you got to understand you're in love with this honeypot. That was their goal. You're in love with them at some point. So anything they do bad is going to have a negative effect on you. They drive you crazy. So honeypots are very, very deceptive. And then and some honeypots are there to set your targeting up. Like I said, they'll report back how you react to certain scenarios that the targeting program puts on you. Gang stalking, V2K, direct energy weapons. It's just weird. Well, it's not. I wouldn't say weird. Manipulative and deceptive. And but the bad thing is, target individuals. It is possible to meet a woman you love. It is possible to meet a good woman or meet a good man, whichever one. It is possible. But this is the crazy thing about the program. You have to decipher, is this a honeypot or not? So the only way to do it is to take a chance, and that's a very big chance, because they could further destroy you. So anyway, that's all I got today on honeypots. I haven't been able to research the last couple of days. I've been so sick, so I winged this. And to answer the person's question, no, in my opinion, I'm not an expert on honeypots or nothing. I have experienced honeypot. Honeypots, the reason they're called honeypots is their job is to get you in a relationship with you, deceive you, and destroy your life. Furthermore, and report back so everybody that's in on your targeting knows what sets you off, knows your deepest fears, knows everything about you. So then they can further torture you, because they know everything that makes you tick. So anyway, So my answer to that question is no, they cannot become a honeypot in the middle of your targeting. However, they can become a perp in the middle of your target. But a honeypot, and I'm going to say it one more time, the reason a honeypot cannot become a honeypot in the middle of your targeting is honeypots are designed to deceive and ruin your life from the get-go. When you meet them, they already know their job. They have a job to do. That's get with you and ruin you. So I would say no. Anyway, God bless y'all. Hope y'all have a good day. I've been exhausted. Couldn't even move the last couple of days. Hardly nauseated, off and on. Legs vibrating with electricity. Burning in my head. You name it. Arms and legs feeling like jello at some points. Uh, so incoherent with sleep induction that I could barely hold my eyes open. I had to just rest at irrational times of the day that I'm usually not tired. Stuff like that. So anyway, God bless y'all. If y'all would like to help me or support my channel, I'm gonna put my PayPal in the bottom. But yeah, God bless y'all, and be careful if you do have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Make sure they're a honeypot before set traps for them. Set a trap for them to see if they're a honeypot or not. Don't just because you might be putting away the love of your life because you read something wrong. Anyway, God bless y'all. Y'all have a good day.